Greetings, YouTube. I am Jamila, here to talk to you about Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 9. I'm hella late with this video. Part of the reason is because I was hoarse, and then the way my schedule was, I just couldn't get in here until today, and it is Saturday, so hella late. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody watch these damn videos. Anyway, speaking of that, before I get into the recap, just a little housekeeping. I did mention to you guys that I've decided to do different content on this page. And I decided to just go ahead and start now. I was going to wait until the season was over, but you're going to see some of that content starting sooner, probably this week or next week. My name is also going to change. I know people are going to be like, well, why would you change your name? I just don't. It's just something that I'm feeling in my spirit. I just kind of want a fresh start. I can't even put it into words, but I am changing my name. I don't think my name is big enough to where it's going to make a difference one way or the other, and I want to do it. So that's that. The name is Saltwater Daughter. I don't care if you like it or not. Both of my parents grew up on islands right near the water. I grew up near the water. The beach is where I find my solace, and that's where the name comes from. You didn't ask for that, but I'm telling you anyway. And again, don't care if you don't like it. Anyway, let's get into the recap. I don't even know what I did with my notes, so we're just gonna go off the top of the dome. So this is the episode where they invite their friends and family over to their houses. So we're gonna start with the couple that did not have a housewarming party, and that is Dominique and Mack, because Dominique says she is over it and she wants a divorce and she wants it now. Pastor Cal says that she needs to fight for marriage. He basically told her in so many words that she wasn't mature enough because to be married, and because people who really want to be married need to fight for it. Now listen, I understand what Pastor Cal is saying. However, that advice, I just feel like when things are not working and you know that they are not working, and you know very early on that you're not compatible, what are we fighting for? I think a lot of us enter into and stay in unhealthy relationships and marriages, myself included, because you're trying to fight for something that you cannot change. These people, first of all, they were not compatible, so I put it on the matchers. But even if you were compatible at some point, you realize you have grown apart, you're two different people. What are we fighting for, right? Especially, and for them, they haven't been together that long. So again, what are we fighting for? Anyway, Pastor Cal sends her on her way. I wish Dominique well. I wish for her mama to stay out of her business. I wish Mac well too. He can pack his one suitcase up and move on back to Michigan, because that's what he was going to do one way or the other. Clint and Gina, they pleasantly surprised me this week. Surprisingly, Gina has had a change of heart. She decided to go ahead and move in with Clint. Now, what I think happened was the producers pulled her aside and was like, look, now, we already let one couple go, and we ain't make them pay the $50,000 because we realized that was on us. You realize for the past 3 seasons, there were 3 couples who did not make it through the season. So maybe they're like, one couple can split up, but the rest of y'all gonna have to stay together, or you're gonna have to pay that money here. Anyway, the producers was like, look, you're gonna have to move into this house because we already ain't got no damn material, because these people split up. These people ain't getting along. The only people who seem to be getting along is Chris and Nicole. So we need something. All right. Anyway, Gina decided to move in, and her and Clint seemed to be getting along quite well this week. He was making her coffee. They're laughing and they're talking. Gina is so beautiful without any makeup on. She's so gorgeous to me. But anyway, they seem to be getting along. And when they had their house party, I don't know why Clint didn't invite any of his boys or why any of them didn't show up, but it was all women. And Gina was very impressed the way that Clint got in there and he got along with all the girls, and he was having such a good time. And Gina was like, oh, I can invite my salon friends over. I was like, Gina, you in that damn salon. Tell me you are here to promote your salon without telling me you're here to promote your salon. But I think she really did like the way that Clint, got along with the girls. See, Gina's thinking, she stays with Clint. He's going to come down to the salon and bring donuts or muffins or something in the morning for the girls. And he's going to chop it up with them. He's going to have the ladies in there blushing and giggling and carrying on. So, Clint might be an asset to her. I wouldn't be surprised if these two end up working out and staying together. We shall see. That couple from Charlotte, and I'm still surprised to this day that they're together because they were tumultuous and toxic as hell. What's the girl's name? She flipped over the table. Y'all didn't give her that same smoke that y'all gave Michaela, but that's a conversation for another day. But she would have the temper tantrums and carry. What was her name? I can't remember. But anyway, her and that man are still together. So maybe Clint and Gina are going to work it out. Who knows? Now, Clint says that he doesn't understand why Gina's not attracted to his red hair because the dog got the same hair color. Kind of not the same thing, Clint, but it was funny. Kirsten and Shaq. Ciao. So they invited two other married couples, not a bad idea, so that they can get marital advice. And first of all, it's not bad to invite married couples if you really, truly want to work on your marriage, but it is clear that that is not what Kirsten wants unless they swap Shaq out with Morris Chestnut. But anyway, they invite the married couples over. And side note, the one guy, I think it was Kirsten's cousin, he actually looked like Shaq. Like, imagine him bald or Shaq with locks. They actually looked alike. But anyway, they asked if there was any hanky-panky going on. And I'm like, nope. I answered for them. Nope. Let Kirsten tell it she's not a good kisser, and that's why she does not kiss Shaq. Kirsten, girl, like Forrest Rock says, a lie don't care who tell it. You do not want to kiss that man because you do not want to kiss him, because you were not attracted to him. Now, you're someone who says that you were a sexual person. Like, how do you get to sex without kissing? Do you just like lay there and just child? Kirsten, if Method Man walked down that aisle, you would be kissing him in a heartbeat. Miss me with that, okay? Kirsten says she really loves how patient Shaq is being with her. Meanwhile, Shaq is in the other room talking to her people, and he was like, am I being too patient? And I was like, yes. Now, don't get me wrong. When it comes to a woman not wanting to be physically touched by a man or kissed by a man, I love that he is respecting those boundaries, but I need him to accept that sis ain't really checking for him. Right? It's clear. I would be very surprised if she turns this thing around in the next couple episodes. I don't see it. Watching them, child, throw the whole season away. Just throw the whole season away. Who we want to talk about next? Nicole and Chris. These two are the only ones that give this season some hope. Now, they have their housewarming party. They call it a I can't even get the words out. A flamingo party. I can't even say it. Flamingo party because it's flamingo themed. And now I can't even say flamingo. It's flamingo themed. And so, flamingo, cute, and corny at the same time. Anyway, she buys them these matching flamingo shirts. Chris clearly does not want to wear the shirt, but he asked her, she asked him, do you want to wear the shirt? And she's like, and she's like, do you want to wear the shirt, baby? You really don't have to. And he's, and finally he says, no, he does not want to wear the shirt. It was giving mother and son energy. Like he didn't want to disappoint his mama by saying he didn't want to wear those shirts. But anyway, she agreed to not wear the flamingo shirts, but then she brings it out. She brings the shirts out at the party and she brings it up. Like, why are we talking about it if... Anyway, and when she's meeting with her friend, she says that she thinks that Chris is perfect, but she keeps waiting for the other shoe to drop, especially because she is so much. Now listen, I am not for anyone changing their personality. However, if you have certain personality flaws that you know are flaws, if you see that those flaws are hindering your friendships and your relationships, it might be time for you to start working on them. I'm just saying, girl. Anyway, good luck to Nicole and Chris. Again, they are the only redeeming couple on this show. Aris and Jasmine. Aris meets with his cousin. Out of all the people he could meet with, why didn't you meet with your mama, sir? Why didn't you meet with one of your homeboys, sir? He meets with his cousin, and when he tells his cousin that Jasmine is so attracted to him and he is not attracted to her, did you guys notice that sinister smile that came across her face? How much joy she seemed to take in that. It's giving kissing cousin. So she asked him, what did she say when you told her that? So he tells her, oh, she's taking it in stride or whatever. She's handling it. Then the cousin, kissing cousin, gets in her, what's that girl's name? Felina? Is it Felina? You know what? I don't even care enough to look it up. She's Felina for this episode. Anyway, she gets in the confessional and she's like, see, Jasmine is fake. She knows she doesn't like it. No, you want to see Jasmine crying and feeling hurt and all of that because you give that type of energy. You take pleasure out of people's pain. But anyway, she says that Jasmine is fake and she needs to tell her husband that it is not working for her. Now, I kind of agree with Felina there because this energy of Jasmine being like so calm and peaceful about all of this, it's giving Chris and Paige, y'all. And no, by no means do I think that she is as bad as Paige. And y'all know I gave Paige a lot of grace. I felt a lot of empathy for Paige, and I kind of do for Jasmine too. But it's like, it's still this like, okay, baby, I'm just going to wait until you like me. And I don't like that, you guys. And I also think that these are the type of women that Aris messes with. I was watching Little Black 91's. He does a recap, a panel on this show every week. And one of the guys on his panel was saying that all this sex talk and all of this stuff that Aris does is bravado, it's locker room boy talk, and it's BS, right? Like one of my homeboys said, he said there's always this dude in the barbershop that be talking about all the girls he gets and, you know, just be braggadocious all the time, and everybody in there knows he's full, but they be laughing and, you know, listening to his stories, but everybody knows that he is on some BS. That is who Aris is to me. I think if Aris gets all these girls that he claims he's getting, they are girls that are similar to Jasmine, that may not have the self-esteem, the self-worth that they need to have. And so he makes them, he like dangles the carrot in front of their faces. He sleeps with them. He may get what he wants. You see how he has Jasmine feeding him and doing all of that. You don't do that with people that you don't really like, unless you're a narcissistic. He gets off on all of that, but he knows he does not like that girl. And again, I hate to see it. Again, Jasmine, if that man decides to pull out his peen, do not accept it, okay? If I was Jasmine, I would be giving Jake and Haley energy. Y'all, I used to love, Jake was one of my favorite. What season was that? Whatever season that was with Atlanta and Virginia and Eric and all of them. Speaking of, on a previous video, I remember saying that there was no interracial couples. I forgot about my girl Clara and Ryan, and Clara was my favorite. I told y'all Clara's my fave for reasons. But anyway, that was a side note. But Jake and Haley, let me get back to them. When Jake realized that Haley was not checking for him and told everybody that his peen was mediocre, Jake returned that energy for the rest of the season. Like and that bracelet thing. Oh, Haley, I did not like Haley. I was team Jake all along until after the season, and Jake went on that racist rant talking about there shouldn't be no critical race theory and affirmative action, and black people need to pull themselves up by the bootstraps and stop complaining because he had it rough too. Anyway, that was a rant that y'all didn't ask for, but Jake ain't that dude to me anymore. But you know, I did love how he returned that energy to Haley, and that's what I need from Jasmine for the rest of this season. Okay. Anyway, you guys, that's all I got for this video. Look out for the new content coming soon. Again, the name is Saltwater Daughter from here on out. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.